do it.
You're listening to Chasing Prophecy Radio, where we discuss anything and everything beyond the scope of normal. On UPRN Talk Radio, FM 107.7 in New Orleans and FM 105.3 in Mississippi.
If it's unexplainable, we're talking about it.
Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, we cover everything where the unknown becomes the known.
And now, here's your host, Jenny Nicasio.
Hello, New Orleans on FM 107.7. I'm sorry, John. It's the full moon in New Orleans at 105.3 Henderson Point, Mississippi, streaming everywhere from around the world. I'm Jenny Nicasio, welcoming you to Chasing Prophecy Radio. And I want to encourage everyone to chat, to get involved and comment. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to throw them up there. And don't hesitate to post anything. We'll answer it as long as it's not too risque. Your interactions make it possible for us to grow. And I want to make sure you also know that we are so thrilled to have you here tonight, and make sure you understand that this is on the radio. So no F words. But we do sometimes get
Hi, Cindy. Good to see
Hi,
you.
everyone. It's a full moon Tuesday, and Shawn Kelly is our guest. I'm so happy to have him. And we had a little bit of glitch because I'm nervous. I'm nervous to have Shawn on. I forgot to hit the live, so I played all the music and everything.
How can you be nervous, Jen?
I don't know. I you know what, Shawn?
It's okay.
I've been going through all the old shows, and I'm like, this is crazy. I've seen so many different changes come and go, but also this show is sponsored by United Public Radio. And I'm happy to be here tonight. But before I do anything else, I will do my monologue, and I'm not doing it. I'm doing it without my hat. So this is going to be my altered personality. I have many, you know that. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so we delve into anything and everything beyond the scope of normal, and we're going to challenge your imagination. But tonight we're going through a journey through the world news and review. Okay, mostly paranormal stuff. Okay, we're not going to go into all the wars and stuff, but we're going to focus on all the UFO news. This year, as you all know, that NASA released a groundbreaking report to kind of on UFOs now called unidentified anomalous. How do you say anomalous? Anomalous phenomenon, and we're going to discuss the implications of their findings. And especially their emphasis on new scientific techniques needed for a better understanding. I don't know. I was talking to my son this morning. It was pretty funny. There's a guy on, I don't know if you saw him. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a documentary, and it's about this guy that claims that when he was a young man, he saw a UFO, he went chasing it, and apparently he can communicate with them. I don't know if you saw this one, but his name is, the guy is Bashar.
I've heard of the story, but I've not got the chance to watch it.
Sort of like Ashtar Command.
Long story, everybody.
Yeah. But we're going to talk about the perception versus reality when it comes to stigma surrounding UFOs. It has a better there's a barrier between the data collection and the analysis. And I don't know if you got to see the congressional hearings, Shawn. Did you see that? Did you get to
a little
see
bit of it, just a little bit of it.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just don't trust what I hear from up there. Do you know what I mean, Jen? I mean, they could be blowing smoke up everybody's butt. You know what I mean? You're talking about
well, Yeah, when they did that hearing, Congress had that hearing, and the guy, he was a whistleblower, and he spoke
Yeah,
about, yeah, the findings that they have. They're so dark, and they have captured some kind of, I guess there's a
right.
biological entity that they have. I don't know. Did you watch
But
it?
but then I watched snippets of it. I watched snippets of on
Mhm.
YouTube. But if you talk to other people who do research, you know, I mean, there are some pros and cons about that stuff. Um, the one con is they don't believe that dude was telling the truth. They believe that he was just telling a story.
But
You
it
know
put but
what I
Sean,
mean?
he would put his life on the line like that. There's so many people. You can go to jail for that, being, going in front of Congress and lying.
True, true. But maybe I mean it's so corrupt over there up on the hill that they probably said, "Go in. I want you to say this. I want you to tell them what you find, and then everything will be okay." Because the dude ain't dead yet, is he? No. You know what I
No,
mean?
but, that he did say he did say that he was threatened, and he's worried about his family. I mean,
Oh yeah.
but,
That's
this
kind of
whole
normal.
yeah, but this whole thing impacts everything we understand about UFOs and our Christianity too. And then we have the extraterrestrial question. Despite the extensive research, NASA found no evidence of extraterrestrial origins in their UFO studies. So, okay. So NASA said that there was no, but we have all this evidence and all these people, these military personnel coming out and saying they saw stuff, and they actually got involved in like some kind of aerial, cat and mouse thing, and then they're saying NASA said there's no evidence. But let's, go back to, remember the show we did, oh my god, with Mike Barra about the moon landing and all
Oh yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. I challenged
Do you
him
remember
also.
that? Okay. So if we go back to that incident and we go back to the footage of them filming it, and all these people back when they actually had it on the news, so-called news. I mean, there's so many different even people talking even on TikTok that they're saying, um, well, who filmed it? Who filmed who filmed them putting the flag on the moon? Who did the filming?
Right. I don't. I think we did.
So do you really trust NASA?
I do not trust NASA. I mean, that's the last of all them. What do you call it? The three-digit letters, the letter companies, whatever the hell you call them. NASA, I don't trust because you know who I really trust that would come out of his mouth is
Yeah.
Elon Musk. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
wait a minute. You don't trust him?
I trust him. I trust him more
I
than
mean,
I would
I
ever
I
trust
trust,
the
I mean,
government or
well, I
NASA.
I think he's trying to do I think he's trying to do the right best thing he can do right now at this point. I mean, come on, look at Twitter. Look at how we in UK 2023, how Twitter has changed. How you
Right.
couldn't say anything against Trump. I mean, say things about Trump, anything against Biden, you couldn't say it, but now you can go on there and say, "Go f yourself," you know what I
Right.
mean?
Hmm.
You couldn't say anything. I mean, if you put anything about the vaccine, anything like that, you were kicked off.
Yeah.
Any even YouTube, you couldn't say anything. Well, you still can't say anything on YouTube.
No, no, they're not right in the head, but eventually, hopefully, they will get their shit right.
Well, now, I mean, at least we can like, look, Alex Jones is back on X, or
X
formerly of Twitter. And
Twitter.
that's really cool. He's back on, which I'm kind of excited about because I like Alex Jones. In fact, I got my son his signed book for
Ooh,
Christmas, and I got him his conspiracy bourbon that has these little conspiracies. If you use a black light on it, you can see little messages. It's really cool.
oh,
It's really cool.
Tony
Yeah.
said something here. Tony, he goes, he had his podcast taken down on YouTube for the vaccine.
Yeah, you couldn't say anything. And look at, Wendy Bell, she's a very big conservative. She got kicked off of a lot of, she's banned from, I think, for life on YouTube. That's
Really?
pretty, yeah.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I watched a couple of her shows, and I don't know. It just seems like the more popular she became, the more the more hooty tooty she was.
Yeah,
A little bit more
and
stuck up on that stuff.
well, she liked to swear a lot, and I know I'm one of my commenters, so because I keep playing with my hair. You know what? I got my hair cut. I can't stand it, and
Go
that's
put your
another.
hat on. Go put your hat
Yeah,
on.
well, you know what? My son shared my studio, and I don't know where it is. Yeah, it's like I wanted bangs, and they kind of fucked them up. Oh, they kinda messed them up. Okay, getting back to the year in review. Okay. Well, I
Hmm.
have my little show notes. Okay, AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning have emerged as one of the key tools in identifying and analyzing unexplained phenomena. So you can even use AI in searching for ghosts now, and that's really cool. And it's so cool, but they're saying AI, I don't know if you know about that, that it's gonna put a lot of people out of work. And they
Oh
had a
yeah,
chat.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But then
They put a
again,
lot of
I read something, Jen, that they had a robot, do an experiment working, right? And he was
mhm.
working and working, and after 20 minutes, the dude just shut down. The AI dude shut down because it was repetitious. You know what I mean? The dude just shut it down. He shut himself down. AI scares me, Jen. It
Well,
really
yeah. Well, you know what they're
that
gonna
scares
I
me.
mean, well, you figure okay, now they have the, self-checkouts,
Hmm.
and then they have that's basically AI, it's artificial intelligence. It's pretty soon they're gonna have, like, AIs checking us out at McDonald's drive-thrus, and, there's not gonna be any more like you, they're gonna have the butchers that cut the
Hmm.
meats, and then they're gonna have even radio shows. How do you know that I'm not an AI? Welcome to Chasing Prophecy on 105.3 in New Orleans. I
You're
am
no AI, honey.
yes, I am. I
Yeah.
don't have any intelligence, that's probably why. No, yeah, it's really scary, and beyond UFOs, we're gonna also touch some of the most intriguing paranormal events this year. I mean, they're talking about, like, ghostly apparitions. Now, how do you know they're not, like, CGI and
CGI, yeah, CGI
Project
or
Bluebeam, and I mean, there's so many unidentified mysteries. Like, remember that box in the middle of the desert? It's like like a cube thing that
yeah.
they had.
Hmm.
No, was that 2023? And then we have the door, that the gigantic door.
I would like to talk about
Thank
that a little bit. I really believe in that.
yeah.
I
And then
really believe that there are giants behind that door. Um, I believe that if you open up that door, that there are underground bases. Now, they might not be giants. They could be aliens, whatever. But there is, you go, that door opens up. I'm telling you, there is government stuff going on down in that door. I mean, that's no, I truly believe that. And I would love to, put it on my bucket list that I'd go out there before I die and actually look at it because I truly believe that, Jen.
yeah, well, I had those guests on the show, and they were talking about he climbed the mountain in
Hmm.
Oregon. He climbed it, and, another person said I was looking through the TikTok videos, and they said that they actually saw eyes looking back. So,
Okay.
now, um, the guests we had on the show, one of them said that he didn't think it was possible for it to be a giant, it wasn't tall enough. So they were thinking maybe it was, Bigfoot or, a dog or something that's a cryptid creature that looks
Okay.
could be sorta like Bigfoot, but come on. I mean, there's David Paulides, he said he saw many, tracks and different things out in the national parks, and there's so much phenomena they don't even understand what it could possibly be. So,
Hmm.
maybe this creature that lives in the forests or in national parks is actually something that lives in maybe some kind of doorway into the mountains, like, that could be a portal of where he was hiding, you don't know.
Exactly. Exactly. That definitely a portal. Anybody out there in the chat room that wants to jump in, and start chatting about this. Tony, Gary,
Yeah,
come on
definitely.
in, start chatting about it. But I, it could be a whole new cryptid, Jen. That
Yeah,
that thought crossed my mind. That thought
yeah,
crossed
it could be. It could be definitely a new kind of cryptic. We don't know. I mean, that's just one of the things that, so many things have happened this year that we can't explain.
my
I
mind.
mean, there's just so many different experts and so many different people we've had on the show. I mean, getting back to NASA and their bogus UFO reports and saying that they needed more scientific evidence to say that there are. But what about the colonel that said that there was some kind of biological entity that they found and that they
Hmm.
have and they've been looking at for all these years? I mean, going back to Roswell. I
Right.
mean, come on. I mean, there's just so much stuff that's going on in the paranormal world. I mean, I was listening to Tucker Carlson. He was being interviewed by somebody, and he said that he thinks that we talked about this on I think the show a couple weeks ago. Soul harvesting. That they think that this is some kind of soul harvesting planet, where
Mhm.
this will mess up our whole belief system when it concerns
Right.
Christianity. I mean,
Hmm.
because if there's these aliens or extraterrestrials or that are harvesting our souls, I
Right.
mean, that is so freaking dark.
I'm
It's
right, but I also co-host a show with Joe Montaldo,
mhm.
News on the Flip Side, and we had a discussion about that. And I mean, Joe, who's really knows his UFOs, his alien stuff, right? He's a little concerned about that soul searching, that soul harvesting kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
So he's concerned about what did he say
Yeah.
about?
He just says that he's nervous and he's scared about it. That he really didn't want to get into it, but you could just tell in his face, his face turned from happy Joe to like a very concerned Joe.
Yeah, wasn't he a special forces? Wasn't he in the
No, he,
special
he was
forces?
in the Navy. He was in the Navy.
Navy. Yeah, it's like it totally changes if that's the truth that these
Right.
aliens are harvesting our souls. I mean, that just changes everything about what we know about God and Christ and
Well, you know
everything.
about the Anunnaki, right? I believe
Yeah.
they're the one. I believe, here's my thought on that. I believe that the Anunnaki came down and talked to the kings, and the kings had their scribes with them, and the scribe would just write down what the Anunnaki was talking about, and they put it in a book, and eventually it
Mhm.
became the Bible. So I believe if you look at a figure of an Anunnaki, they had wings. Okay,
Yeah.
um, so was it angels that they saw falling from the earth, falling from the heavens, or was it the Anunnaki? Things that make you go, hmm.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I always said that, if you look at the Renaissance paintings and how you can see in the background, you can see a UFO.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, I mean, the Anunnakis were from and all these caves that have pictures of the ancient aliens and they have
Hmm.
the big helmets on. So yeah, you could if you think it could be the angels have the wings, and then you go back to the fallen angels, like maybe Mothman is a fallen angel because he has those big black wings. And he
Could
has the
be.
big red, yeah, it's like scary shit, man. You don't want to, if you think about this stuff at night, it give you nightmares. And
Well, no, it don't give me nightmares. It just like kind of like takes my mind into other places because the fallen angels, I really, and I know that you are really Christian, okay, and I respect that dearly, okay, but for me, I don't believe there were fallen angels. I just believe that somebody saw something flying from the sky like an Anunnaki, and all of a sudden they had to put some kind of niche in the Bible about fallen angels. And honestly, I don't believe that there were fallen angels.
so you don't believe in demons?
I believe in demons, but I don't
Well,
believe that they,
isn't a demon a fallen angel?
no, 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 no. Demons come from, well, we're living in hell right now, but they come from the underworld. they come from the underworld, and the demons are honestly, and this is the way I look at it, and this is my opinion, everybody, that the demons come from Satan himself, from down in the underworld. And
Hmm.
and that's only me. I mean, I'm not trying to change people's minds or nothing, but the more I read, the more I look up things, and the way I perceive what I research, that's how I look like it, and that's how it looks like to me in a nutshell.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but getting back to the
Sorry.
you hear me?
Yeah, real loud,
Hello?
real good.
Okay, I
Yeah, I
was
can hear
making
you.
sure you could hear me. I thought we froze or something.
No,
Like NASA, how they said that there's no evidence. So that kind of freaks me out. So they're either lying and wait, my God,
they're lying.
they're lying.
Yeah.
I wanted to get Jeff Harmon on the show tonight for a little bit, but he's not able to come on. I wanted to because he's the astrologer that would kind of give us some kind of glimpse into what's going to happen in 2024, but he's not
Hmm.
able to do it.
How about next week for you?
Uh,
Oh no,
Probably.
that's New Year's. New Year's. No, day after New Year's. Can I
Yeah.
ask you a question? Can I ask you a
What?
question? You know
What's
that
that?
now me and you are on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights, right? How do
Mhm.
you like doing your Sunday night show?
It's okay. I don't have a lot of viewers. I mean, because they're
Hmm.
just brand new. I mean, because they never had anybody on Sunday nights before.
Okay. That I see. To me, I with the two shows, my Sunday night show is just a laid back show. Nothing, no conspiracies, no ghosts, no demons, nothing like that. Only Tuesday night, and I enjoy it. I don't know. I kind of feel relieved. It feels relaxing instead of doing that damn
That's
two
good.
hour show.
I didn't like the 2-hour show. I mean, I don't know how some people can sit there. I mean, hey, more power to them. Maybe just a
I
few.
just could not. I could not do it no more. That was just,
It was too hard for me. That's why, getting back, someone asked me, like, what happened? Like, what totally happened about why we quit doing the show? And well, my mom passed away and I was having some issues with that and I still do. But then there was so much drama between you and Michael. I mean,
mm,
it was ridiculous. I mean, he was like pitting me against you
mm,
and I didn't want to do it anymore. I
mm,
totally said this is ridiculous. You guys got to grow up, and I told him that's it. We're not doing the show anymore. So he asked me, this person wanted to know what was your idea? How did you feel about what happened? What was your side of the story of why you know what happened back in I don't even remember when it was. March? Was it March? I can't remember. May?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. So how did you feel about it since we're talking about a year in review? What was your
Well,
side of the story? Hey, let's just talk. Let's be transparent. Let's just talk about it.
I was shocked that that you called me up and said, we're done. Um, Now with me and Michael's still my friend, so I really don't want to talk bad about him. But we've had some conversations between the both of us, But what was crazy was when you said we're done with the show, and it hurt me, Jen, when you said that.
Mhm.
I mean, you could have at least given me a week or two to go by. Um, Saying, "Hey, Shawn, take over." But I did not mind taking over doing the show when you left.
Mhm.
I really didn't, and so I did what I had to do, kept the show going, and until I just came back just to into the night. Whenever you talked to the station manager, and everything was like smoothed out or whatever, then I started to focus on into the night and kind of like retired chasing prophecy. And
Mhm.
so it's been into the night for the longest time. And you know what? It's okay. I
Okay.
believe, here's what I think. Here's what I really, really believe, that everything is supposed to happen is going to happen. Do you know what I mean? There's no such thing as coincidences. That's the way I look at life. So I knew eventually someday it was going to happen, and it happened. And, we went on our merry ways. And now, look, I'm a guest show on your show. So it's like, and then we got our own shows now, we're
Mhm.
going our own different ways. But the 4 years, I think it was 4 years, we did shows together. It was fun. It was a lot of
Mhm.
fun. I've learned so much from you, and the guests that you brought on to Chasing Prophecy. It really opened up my eyes about the Bigfoots, about the aliens, about
Yeah.
the cryptids and stuff like it. It just opened my mind. And the more guests that we got back then,
Yeah.
um, it really, but the coolest thing ever was when we very first started, we were on that other show.
Speaking of light, yeah. Yeah, that was, oh
That
gosh.
remember,
We were like
you remember they caught an EVP on our show?
yeah,
We're
that was
going,
crazy. Who we were
yeah.
interviewing? Was it John Ventry?
I don't know who we were interviewing, but go ahead, tell
Wait,
the story.
they said what did they say? I wish I had that clip.
It's you're
"Oh, you're
going
gonna
to
go to
hell.
hell.
Yeah,
You are going to hell."
yeah. It actually
That was
was an EVP
scary.
on that. Yeah, yeah.
That was
That,
so freaky
that
scary.
was crazy. That was so
There was so
crazy.
many weird stuff that happens when we first started that show. There was so many different wild things that happened. I
And
mean,
I remember, yeah, yeah. But I remember the first time we got. I mean, you know the deal. We only got like 15 viewers or something like that. We weren't
yeah.
really getting a lot. But then again, I remember the first show we did on UPRN Talk Radio with Joe Montaldo. We got 1,200 people listening.
Yeah, the very first one, it was
And
1,200
my
people. Yeah,
God, man, I was like doing the damn Irish jig at the
that was
time.
so funny. We were
Yeah,
just this woman, she just I don't know, that she was a nice person and everything. It was just that I don't understand half the time we would get in glitches and we were always arguing back and forth and
no, I
but
remember
it
you used to tell me all the time, you don't
oh,
work good with women. You work good with men.
I don't work well with women. I never did. I always worked better with men. And I don't know what it means. But I was a hairdresser for 25 years and I swear to God, every manager that I had that was a woman, one woman, she thought I thought she was gonna kill me one time. She just and then this other woman, she was so mad, she was so offended that I found a different job that she got a box and she filled it with all my stuff and threw it on the curb. I
Really?
mean, like, she was like I don't know what was her problem, but yeah, I don't work well with women. I like working with men. I don't know. That's always been the way it is with me. I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
there's just too many women hormones going. I don't know.
Uh,
Who
you
knows?
know what? I don't know. I don't. Whenever I've had women bosses before, and they seem to be. I had a hard time working with them at the beginning, but you know what? After a while, I just accepted it and became one of the boys. They would become one of the boys in the meat room.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was my last job out in the not like this was I was a social media director for a church and the woman went freaking nuts on me and I'm like supposed to be this her husband was a pastor. I'm like, am I in some kind of twilight zone? Like you're supposed to be a like pastor's wife, caring, compassion.
Right.
She went freaking nuts on me totally to the point where I was like, "Oh my god, is this really happening to me? She's a freaking nut. She's crazy." Oh my god, it was terrible.
What did she say to you? I mean, what happened
She
there?
just got so mad that I couldn't do something. Like she stomped at her feet. She stomped at her feet in church because I couldn't. I don't know. We couldn't get. We were trying to do StreamYards. She wanted to do her. She was trying to do StreamYards live. The church. service live, and it wasn't
Okay.
working because their setup wasn't right. The internet wasn't right, and it just
Hmm.
didn't work. But yeah, she totally went nuts on me. But that's a whole different that's a whole different story in my life. But yeah, getting back to the paranormal stuff, there's just so much. What else we have here? We have then they just had hearings on December 19th that they were going to do like the disclosure and tell us everything. They said no, they have up to 25 years to do it now.
Huh.
Okay, there goes my life. I'll be dead.
We'll be dead
Um,
by then. That's
yeah,
wild.
so it's like, wow, that was fun. Show us more. Yeah, whatever.
Unless you get reincarnated and come back,
Oh,
then
yeah.
think
Okay, good.
about it.
Yeah, we have to start talking about reincarnation. I mean, I think that's a really cool topic. My son even asked me tonight, why don't we do a show on that?
Yeah, you should.
Reincarnation.
What would
Do you
you
think
come back as? What would you come back as?
oh, I don't know, um maybe an actress. I'd be on
Hmm.
Hollywood Boulevard.
Why, when
No.
the hell would you want to go over to that? To me, that's like hell. Hollywood
I
Boulevard.
always wanted to be a soap opera star, be on Days of Our Life.
you, that's funny.
Yeah, I know,
That's funny. I like that.
that is
That's
funny.
pretty cool.
That's funny. Yeah, there's, a lot of people believe in reincarnation.
Hmm.
A lot of little boy like, little children, that's really wild, like, when they're really small, that they start talking about past relatives that they never coulda saw, or pre they think that they were, someone famous, and how
Right.
would they know this stuff? How would they know that? It's like
Whenever we would do investigations at people's houses, and little kids, um, um, come come around and they're seeing ghosts, the little kids.
mhm.
Um, we ask them to pull out books, picture albums of their grandparents, the parent, and they pick them up and they say, "Oh, this name is Gemma. This one is named like Pep Pep." You know what I mean? And these guys are like died in the 1890s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's my name. I'm Gemma. I'm Grandma Gemma. They call me Gemma. That's
Cindy
okay.
Mitch says,
Cindy wants to know what do you? Cindy wants to know what would you come back as?
um, to be honest with you, Cindy, I would not want to come back. I would not want to come back. I want to be one of them spirits that are on, their plane and the earth plane, go back and forth and to sit back and look at all the chaos that is happening. And I'd be like, okay, I'll be waiting for you when you get here.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Why, if I'm leaving a world or a life that is pure hell right now, why would I want to come back to it?
yeah. I don't think I'd want to come back either, especially if I
No.
had to do the same life over. That would be
Right,
horrible.
exactly, man.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of people said, oh my God, how I would love just to go back when I started off at 18 years old. And your whole world would be different. Either that would be different or you would make the same damn mistakes you made when you were originally 18 years old.
yeah. I think a lot of people think that this we keep coming back till we get it right. I mean, that's what intuition is. Like it's like, okay, you already did this. Do not do it again. Trying
Well,
to
we're
get to the
done.
next level.
Well, we're all crazy, Jenny. No matter, we would do it again. You know what I mean? It's just like going up and placing a bet at the horse races. You go up, you want to play your number 1, 2, 3 in a
Mhm.
trifecta. Okay, you go up, you have that 1, 2, 3, you got the money, you're ready to tell the teller. Then the guy next to you says 846. And then you go 846. You completely
Mhm.
forgot the numbers eight. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what that Bashar said. I was watching him on somebody had posted it on TikTok, Bashar, and he when he gets into this trench where he's this alien dude
Oh wow.
Somebody he had like there was a whole he was like a lecture. And there's all these people in the audience, and this woman asked about death, and she wasn't afraid to die, but she was afraid of having pain while she died. And Bashar said, he said, if you want to have pain, you will have pain. If you choose not to have pain, you will not have pain. You decide your whole life. He said, you decide how you will die. If you want me to come to you while you're dying, I will stab you with a pitchfork. That's what he said. But he's saying if this alien Bashar, I would love to try to get him on the show, and I'm going to have to check out his website. He says, this is a man who he channels this extraterrestrial that's been with him since he was a teenager. And he apparently says it's sort of like you manifest your life. Whatever you have is what you wanted. If you really want to change your life, all you have to do is just wish it. Like just tell your life what you want. If you want to be, if you want to live a long life, you tell yourself, I want to live a long life. If you come down, he said that we give ourselves cancer, we give ourselves accidents, which I kind of think that's true, because before Christmas on December 8th, I don't know why, I was afraid that this guy was going to hit me. He was driving ahead of me, and he had a pickup truck, and he had these ladders in the back of the pickup truck. And I said, I'm going to get hit in the head with one of those ladders. I just thought I'm going to get hit in the head. Okay. So I go home. I had one of them blow up Santa Clauses in my yard that I just got from Amazon, which is going back, by the way, because it broke. So I'm trying to put the stakes in. Did you ever see one of these blow ups? This guy was 10 feet tall. It has strings. There's like this little clamp that you clutch on, and it has like these, it's like rope. It's not, well, they were small ropes, but it has these stakes, and you tie the stakes on, and you put them in the ground to hold the Santa Claus up. Well, the Santa kept on falling down. So I just came back from grocery store. Remember what I said about that truck? I was coming home, and there was a ladder. This is right before this happened. So I'm trying to figure out how to get this stupid Santa to stand. Well, finally, I was grabbing one of the stakes that was in the ground, and I'm pulling and pulling and pulling the stake. Remember, it's attached to the rope. I pulled, and all of a sudden, it just went flying in the air, and it hit me right here in the forehead.
Oh, be careful what you wish for.
I was hitting the head, but it was bleeding. I mean, pouring blood out of my head. I thought, I'm so lucky I didn't knock my eyeball out. I run into house. So, but I manifested that, because I said, I hope I don't get hit in the head with one of those ladders. I get home and I get hit in the head with Santa Claus steak.
But you said, reverse that. I really wish I didn't have a lot of money. I really wish I didn't have a lot of money, and all this.
No, don't say no. Don't ever say it, because if you revert, no, you have. I truly believe, and now you're talking at manifestation, and I'm sure okay, I was just looking. Oh, Boots was saying, I think my dad and my husband. What? Dad and my husband's grandmother was reincarnated into my daughter. Oh, that's okay. That's pretty scary. Yeah. But manifesting, if you have to do it like, I already have it. Like or you can say, my bank account is such and such dollars. I have the most wonderful husband, or I have the most wonderful job. You can't say, I wish, because wishing won't get it. You have to say that you already have it. You have to manifest it. I am already a lottery winner of a $3 million lottery. You can't just say, I wish I was a leprechaun, or I wish I wish today. Have this wish I wish today. No,
I don't know. Whatever comes down the pike for me, whatever I wake up, if I wake up the next morning, whatever's thrown at me, then I just deal with it.
Well, life's like that. Cindy says, I really do have the most wonderful. Well, you're lucky.
She does. She does. He's a good man.
I envy people like that because I had I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna say he was
Okay.
the worst husband.
No,
He
because
probably
you
would
might.
have been a great husband, but it could have
All right,
been.
let it go. Next topic.
Next topic is what's the next topic, guys? Okay, what else happened in 2023
I don't
in
know.
the news? Okay, we got Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News. He said he wasn't fired. He said they just did not let him back on. To me, that's fired.
Right.
Um,
I I, I don't know really. Tucker Carlson. Um, to be honest with you, Jen, I really didn't follow the news that much. I just learned everything off of TikTok.
yeah.
Because, like I told you at the beginning of the show, I do not believe what I hear from the news or what I read in the news. They lie. They are
Well, yeah, they do.
liars.
So the news is not like it used to be. Because I remember I worked for the Tribune, and we weren't allowed to say anything that was opinionated. We would get reprimanded for it. So
Yeah.
nowadays you can say whatever you want. Okay, well we have let's see what happened in the news. I wanted to say something. I totally lost my train of thought. What happened in the oh okay. No, on TikTok. TikTok is they let they let you get away with a lot of stuff. Okay. Now
Hmm.
that there's this one, what's her name? Okay, there's a conspiracy regarding friends.
The Red
There
Maven,
the what?
the
The
little
Red Raven?
redhead, the Red Maven, as she's called. She
Would
keeps getting booted off. She talks about they they don't talk about what's happening. They say
oh, the
it's a
little girl
movie.
from the girl from Hawaii? You
No,
talking
no,
about
not no, no. I'll send her link to you, but they Maven or something like that.
Maven?
She the biggest. She gets booted off every month. She has to come back and make up new names, but she is so on the money. And what's really saving her is when she talks about the things that are happening in the government is that she calls it a movie. In the
Oh,
movie, as you can tell, because they can't get rid of her.
okay. Well, they're talking about it was on TikTok. It was also Tucker Carlson was interviewing Kevin Spacey from what was that series called? Guys, help me out. What's that
A House
series?
of Cards. House of
House of
Cards.
Cards. And he was in his own character. Now, what is that about?
He's in his Kevin Spacey.
He was in the character. He was in character. So
I never I
what was
watched
he
maybe one or two episodes of him, but
but
I
no,
really
I'm
don't
saying
know
he
what.
was interviewing Tucker was interviewing him and he was in the character of House of Cards. And somebody was saying that he was trying to give us a message and some people are going to think that he's going to be a whistleblower about Epstein Island and all the people that went to Epstein's Island.
No,
Did you hear any?
I've heard more bad stuff about Kevin Spacey,
Oh,
but
yeah, they said he was a child pedophile and all that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
but why was Tucker Carlson interviewing him? And he was in character. He was in the character who he played the president. What was his name? What
Okay,
was the
now
guy's
maybe for him to come on Tucker's show that what's his Spacey said, well, I'm going to do it in character. Anything else?
name? Why
Like like for instance, Dan Rather interviewed Ringo Starr, and they told him straight out. Ringo told him, if you mention the Beatles, I'm walking out. You know what I mean? So he almost did because Dan Rather almost brought it into said something about the Beatles, and he said, "I will leave.
well,
We're
if there's
not."
anybody out there that thinks they might know why he was in character, put it in the comments because I would like to know why he did that. I mean,
Hmm.
that's just so unusual. It's weird.
Did you
I mean,
research it? Did you Google it? Why?
no, I couldn't find anything, but somebody said that he was giving some kind of a message.
Hmm.
So I don't I was wondering if anybody was curious if they might know what this was about. What was the character's name in House of Cards? I can't remember. Do you remember?
I'll,
I
I'll
can
look it
Google it.
up. Google
What's
it. Oh, well, you got
yeah.
the. You're faster than I am.
No, not really. Um, House of Cards. Cards character. Main character. I can't remember his name. Life of me, I swear. Francis Underwood. There we go.
Huh? What's his name?
It's Francis Underwood.
Okay.
What happened to my picture?
I
Oh my
don't
god.
know.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you,
What
but I don't
happened?
even know what the hell that is that I'm looking at, to be honest with you.
That's my camera. Did it unhook?
I
Oh my god.
guess I see like
Well, as long
either,
as you can
either
hear me.
I can
As
hear
long
you.
as
Yeah,
why is
I
it
can hear
doing
you.
that?
I don't know.
There I
There you
go.
go. You're back.
One of these days I'm gonna get it right.
What do you
Sometimes I think
think? What do you think
what?
of Epstein Island list? Do you think how many names do you think will be
Oh my
redacted?
god. I think there's Barbara Streisand, there's Obamas, there's Michelle Obama, there's Oprah Winfrey,
Right?
Ellen
The cl-
DeGeneres. Now, there was a big thing, I don't know how many years ago it was that remember Ellen in Walmart and was it Wayfair that
yeah,
they were
Wayfair, Wayfair.
trafficking children? If in somebody just found out that there's Estes, there was a portrait there for $25,000 for of a little girl. And people are
Wow.
thinking it's a little girl they're selling. Yeah, child trafficking is so it's all over the place, and that's what basically Epstein's Island was. He was murdered.
Exactly. I
Um,
don't. Yeah, he was. Keep his
yeah.
mouth shut. But I've been reading up on it a little bit, and now in order for your name to be redacted off that list, you have to come up with some buku bucks in order
Oh
to get
yeah.
in.
But see, what the thing is, are they ever? Whatever happened to that one woman? Um,
Just,
his friend.
just
Yeah,
Ghislaine
Gazelle.
Maxwell.
So what
Yeah,
happened to her?
do not know. We don't know anything yet.
I mean, no, I think a lot of this is gonna come out because there has to be a whistleblower that's actually gonna maybe that Kevin Spacey, maybe he is a whistleblower for it. Maybe we're gonna
Could
hear
be.
stuff. I
Could be.
mean, it's like there's so much crap and Hollywood and all them elites they're into some dark stuff. What's
Hmm.
that one woman's name that uh she's a singer and she was on TikTok and Instagram and she went like demonic, like she kept on what was her name? Does anybody
Beyonce.
know?
Beyonce. Oh,
No.
oh.
Was anybody
No, 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 no.
dog cat or so what's her name?
Yeah,
Doggy.
yeah. I know you're talking about
And she
something cat.
posted yeah, she posts dog cat or something.
Cat.
It
What?
seems yeah, dog cat, I can't remember. But she posts
Dosha cat. Dosha.
Doja Cat. Yeah, she posted all this weird demonic stuff and she was on that friend's couch right
Yeah.
before Matthew Perry died and she was dressed in a demon's outfit. And they said that all these like Lady Gaga came out and said that she regrets selling her soul to the devil.
Yes, he did. She did come out and say that. Yes.
That's dark, creepy shit. I swear, that's really stark.
And you know what? It's scary because it's getting full blown now. You know what I mean? It just I
It's
see it.
scary. It really
Yeah, it
is.
is scary. And you
So
don't know.
Sean, go
What?
ahead.
Good.
I
No,
was
you're
no, go ahead.
first.
What were you gonna say? No, go. What
I
were you gonna say?
oh okay. For me, I just don't know how to look at people. I mean, I look at people, but I just don't know. Okay, are you into this? Are you into this? Are you into that? Are you into that? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being weird, I guess, Jen,
Oh no,
because
there's so many. There's so
I don't
many weird.
trust people. I do not trust people
What's
anymore.
this? What is
My buddy Kason. Oh my
hand pink
God, what's
waving?
up, buddy?
What
He's a
does that
good
mean?
dude.
What does that mean? Hand pink waving? I don't understand. No, there's just so many. There, it's scary. It's
It is scary going on out there. My
Right?
friend Kason, he's from Sri Lanka,
Where's that at?
somewhere Polynesian, something like that.
Oh, cool. We have
Yeah,
people all over the world. I mean, that's what's amazing about this UPRN.
yeah.
I mean, I remember we were talking. I lost a lot of once I started all my English guys when we were on. We talked
Oh
to so
yeah,
many people. I don't know where
yeah.
everybody went, but hopefully I'll get some of them back. I mean, I'm getting a whole new. More people come on, the funner it is. I mean,
Oh yeah,
gosh,
absolutely, absolutely.
I
Do you
do
have
miss.
John Ventry on?
Yeah, I had him. I like having him on, but he gets. I don't know. He wants. I don't know. He's really busy. He's always into something. Yeah, his shows are pretty good.
Yeah,
I
he's
wanted him to
busy.
come on as a full-time co-host, but he's too busy.
Busy.
His other stuff he does. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what are you have any New Year's resolutions?
Um, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm
No.
just going to see what it, because every resolution I ever made in my life, I just felt, fell off like the day after. But no, I don't do the resolutions no more. I don't eat the pork for good luck anymore. I just,
Go.
no, I'm tired of pork. I eat a hamburger, Jen. I get better luck when I eat a hamburger than I do pork.
That's
It's
funny, John.
true.
You're cracking up.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Well, if that's what
But
you think.
my next Sunday night show is going to be on resolutions, and stuff like that. Since that
Yeah, I'll
is
have a repeat. She'll have something. I'll take one of our shows from way back and put it on. I was just gonna hang out with my family on New Year's, just my son and his wife and my little grandbabies. I wish my other son can come, but he's busy. He's gonna be finishing up his. This will be a big year for him. He's gonna be fun. He's a doctor, but he finishes his residency, so
that's
he's
cool.
having a big thing in July. Yeah, big
Is
end
he
of this.
going private? Is he going to have his own office, or is he going to go work in the
Uh,
hospital?
no, he's gonna be working for a health, network in Irwin, Pennsylvania, so he's happy.
Okay.
But it'll be nice having him move up, so I'll be happy because 'cause
Oh
he'll be
yeah.
closer.
Check this out, Jen. She told me about this last week. Oh,
Wait a minute,
come on
I
up.
can't.
Show it. Show it.
I
It
wait,
won't show up.
it keeps moving. It keeps moving.
You
It won't
try it.
stay up.
There you
There.
go. Remember to bury your potatoes with pennies for blessing prayers for your loved ones, Sean.
What do
Yeah.
I do?
Knew
What I
you.
get some
You get
what do you do?
potatoes. You get potatoes and you get pennies. You bury the potato, you put the penny on top of the potato, and it's blessing prayers.
Wait a minute, do you put the penny inside the potato?
No,
Like,
no, no. You place it right on top of it and then bury
okay,
it.
so you bury a potato, but you put the penny on top, or do you just put it in the
The
same hole
you
in the potato?
same hole. You
Well, I'm
put
gonna
the
do it,
potato.
so it means I'm gonna get money or just blessings? Blessings is good, so I'll
Well, they
just do
do
I'll
say
do that
money is.
too.
They
So
do
so
say money
guys,
is blessings.
remember to bury potatoes with pennies, and do you say a prayer with it?
I don't know. That's
Is
Cindy's
there a
deal.
special
It's an
prayer?
Irish. It's an Irish blessing. Thank you, Cindy. It's an
Okay, I'll have
Irish.
to go look it up. Well, this weekend, on Christmas Eve, I did the Malucci thing to see if you have a curse, and
Mhm.
apparently there was one. So I had
There
to
is a
cut it.
curse on you.
I had to cut it out, and I'm gonna do it again every night just to make sure it's gone for good.
Uh,
You never know. There's so many. I don't know. Well, yeah, New Year's Eve is kind of depressing for me. I always feel like it's on a moonlit day. Well, the moon will be gone. Can we do it today? Because the moon's out today, isn't it? Next week it'll be gone. Won't the full moon be gone? Cousin
yeah. I
said to
get.
do it on a moonless day.
Hmm.
Hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I don't like New Year's Eve that much. I wasn't ever allowed out, so I'll stay home. I'm gonna still listen to my mom and dad. I'll still stay. They're gone, but I will still not go
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't go out on New Year's Eve either because I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. I'm so damn tired from work that I'm just.
Well, they say if you go to bed before 10 o'clock, you will have a better sleep. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but
It
that's what they
it,
say.
it I've done that. I just don't stay up and Well, who? I don't know. I'm too old for that shit now, Jenny. You know what I mean? I'm just too old.
Well, I'm just gonna take it one day at a time because then life is you never know what's gonna happen. One day at a time. You just take one day, you put one foot in
Right.
front of the other every morning. Get up, just do the best you
That's
can.
what you got to
That's all
do,
you
man.
can do.
Yes.
But I'm waiting for
Hmm.
this. I don't know. It's just a crazy world we live in. 2024 is going to be crazy with the election. It's going to be crazy with all this new UFO stuff, and people are talking about the 3 days of darkness. What's this? Having a New Year's? Are you having a New Year's Eve show, Sean? Yeah,
Yes, I
you are. You
am,
said you are.
Cindy. Yes. Yes, I am, hon.
I'm having a
Yep.
repeat show, so I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll find
Okay.
one from way
That's
back,
cool.
one
Make
of our
sure
old
it's a good
shows.
one. Make
Yeah, last week was. We
the
had
one.
which
Hey,
one?
this my buddy Squatch, man. Hey, that's Squatch man. He says hello, Sean. Hey, Squatch. Good to see you, buddy.
Squatch, man,
These are my
Squatch.
people who come on my show.
These are your people.
He's good too, man. These are my people.
Good people.
These are
They
my
should be
people.
my people
Yes, they
too.
are.
You
You
should come
could
on my show and watch
stay.
mine, Squatch Man. We're looking for a Squatch Man. Sasquatch. Squash. Squash.
Yeah,
Squash.
everybody. On Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock, come on and check out Chasing Prophecy with Jenny Nicasia. And so.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But
We have a.
everybody, I'm gonna be on at 8:10 tonight. So
Yes, he's on
just
8:10. Why did you pick 8:10? Why did you
so
pick
just in
8:10?
case you decide to. Well, Tuesday nights, our station manager said that we have to start on 8:10, 7:10, whatever, at 10 minutes
Oh,
after.
really?
But
She
I
didn't
might
tell me
show
that. Hi,
Squad.
Sebastian.
That's my boy Sebastian. Holy shit. That's cool. Squad said hello to you, Jen.
Hey, I'm glad you guys are all here. If you have any ideas for shows, let us know so we can make sure we have a good show. I am pretty booked up until February, end of February, March. Um, we have some repeats from a while ago. Remember Joy Pugh, who had the
Yeah,
show about the Antichrist? She's coming back on because she wrote
is
a
she
new
really?
book, but I don't have to worry about talking too much. She'll do all the talking.
Yes.
So that's good. Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. We have a
Mhm.
couple more minutes. I'm just
Yep.
looking at all the different shows. How about a political show? You know what? I would like to have a political show, but see, I'm afraid that I'll get in trouble. That
You
we
do
won't
have to
watch
be
anymore.
careful. You have to be careful on this platform.
I have what everybody knows. I support I Donald Trump. Okay, I'll say it right now. So if you have any problems with him, I just don't like our administration that we have now because he got us into some big, big, big boo boos. For one, I went to the grocery store and spent $200 on nothing, on
Yeah.
literally nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I mean, and
Yeah.
gasoline is going to go up again. And a show on Satan. You know what? We always do shows on Satan, and
I
then
do.
we always have nightmares on
I
Satan.
do. I do, Kason. Jenny knows I do a show on him.
Yeah, we did.
I do him on.
We had a priest. Tell him, Sean. We had a priest that was an exorcism. He
Yeah.
exorcist. He. Oh my God, was it?
It was a
Remember
good
that we had
show.
two priests
Yes.
on that were exorcists.
Yeah. No, the other one was a layman. He didn't like me, man. He's too stuck up. That's
No,
my opinion, Mom. It's my opinion. But
yeah,
I really enjoyed the priest. I did enjoy
yeah,
the
he
priest.
was good. The funny thing was, the next day he was on Fox News, so we had him on first. So it was pretty cool. I like to have people on before it's on Fox News or anything. Can I call in? You know what? You can call in. I don't know. We used to have a call in number. We don't use it anymore. Apparently, that was when we had Skype, when they did the show on Skype. Eventually, I think they're going to have StreamYards will have a call in number. I'm pretty sure they will. That'll be nice when they do, so we can actually have people call in. We can have people call in with a link, but it's not the same as a phone. So someday we'll have that.
Yeah.
But political
Cindy
shows
says
are different.
Bishop James Long would be an interesting guest.
Bishop James. Doesn't he sound? Does that sound familiar to you,
Yeah,
Shawn? It does. We might have already had him on. Who knows? But we're coming down to the witching hour, so we don't want to get Shawn in
Yep.
trouble.
Yep.
So
Thank you for having me on, Jenny. Thank you.
Oh, it was fun having you on. We should do it again sometime, just for shits and giggles, huh?
Yeah.
Right? We should do it like we used
Sounds
to
like
do. But thank you so much,
All right,
everyone,
everybody.
for joining us in New Orleans and Mississippi and all over the United States and beyond. And stay tuned for Chasing Profits next week. And stay tuned 8 p.m. 8:10 or Into the Night with Shawn Kelly. Good night, everyone. Happy New Year.
Good. Happy New